Okay, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He hails from Nottingham. He's 22 years old, stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighed in at 167 pounds. He fights out of Team Raw and EKBJJ. And tonight is his debut in the cage. Let's hear it for Kid Naughton. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He hails from London. He's 19 years old, stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, and weighed in at 165 pounds. He fights for Team Wallet, and tonight is his debut in the cage. Let's hear it for Tayo Odunjo.
And Tayo Odunjo in the black shorts. Both guys, Dave, making the debut here.
Yeah. Oh, and Tayo shoots in for an early takedown, Ben. See Tayo there, Ben. Jimmy Warled in his corner. Always great to have an experienced cornerman at this level, and he looks a handful already for Kit Naughton on the deck. Tayo, oh, there's some hard strikes. Credit to Naughton for getting back to his feet.
Tayo looks incredibly relaxed in there for me, Dave, for a guy making his debut.
Yeah, lovely little push kick in there. I believe he's attending Loughborough Uni locally, Tayo. And then he thinks, why not? Let's get in the cage down at Fight UK and mix it up. But as you say, Ben, looks very relaxed. Beautiful inside leg kick there. Pushing the pace here in that southpaw stance.
Went for the front kick and very nearly landed him.
Switching his stance again now, Ben, now back to orthodox. Rarely do you see an amateur moving so confidently and switching between stances.
And so often we see it, Dave. I mean, we talk about people making the debut at the amateur leagues here. We talk about the debut of mixed martial arts, but a lot of the times you don't know the background of what other combat disciplines people have actually done. Someone like Tayo, this is his MMA debut, but has he been in there before? He looks incredibly relaxed if he hasn't.
Yeah, he certainly does, Ben. He's carrying
big body kick.
His head a little forward for me, Ben. I mean, you know, when you talk to people from a traditional boxing background, they'll talk about a pole that will sort of go through the center of your head, so to speak. You don't want to move your head past that point. Your chin's out there to dry, but for me, I think Tayo just relies on that athleticism, Ben, and just getting in and out quickly. He's not too afraid of having a legit guard or his head too far forward, because he can just exit out so quickly with those long limbs. It's got to be dazzling, Ben, as well. At this level, from Kit Naughton's point of view, he's probably not really experienced this in the gym, let alone in a fight.
And obviously with this being his debut as well, you don't expect to meet somebody with this amount of swagger almost on a debut performance.
Certainly, very interesting fight here from Tayo Odunjo. Very intriguing to see this sort of bout at an amateur level, Ben. I mean, we spoke about it earlier on in the night, how the game's moved on. Again, we're seeing a great clash of styles here. Tayo, he hasn't had a guard for a long period of this round now, Ben.
And to be fair to Jim Waller, that is, he does get caught there. Naughton caught him with a big shot. And now some knees coming in from Tayo.
Wow, what a flurry. It was almost as though Naughton woke Tayo up there with that beautiful right hook from Kit Naughton, but all it did was seem to anger Tayo, and once he got that Muay Thai clinch, some beautiful knees to the body. I think there's a cut there, Ben, on Tayo.
It looks like it's just above the eye, hard to tell from our vantage point. In the corner of Tayo, we've got Jimmy Waller there, as you were saying, taking a good look at it.
He's called the cuts guy in. It's often those, I mean, it was a solid shot from Naughton, but depending on where the gloves hit, Ben, a little glancing blow. Famously, Ross Poynton cut open with a glancing blow from a glove at Cage Rage by Marius Aromskis. It was a brutal cut right through to the bone. We can't see that cut at the moment. I mean, the cornerman, the cutsman looks content to work on it, so it doesn't look like it's too bad. I thought for a second from Wallhead's reaction that it might be a bad cut, but tough to see from our vantage point. And there doesn't seem to be much blood there, Ben. He should be fine to carry on.
Difficult to see from our vantage point where that cut is.
Yeah,
it looks like it might be right on the eyelid. It's hard to, very hard to see.
Very difficult, Ben, those cuts on the eyelid. Obviously, the danger being the blood going into the eye, and I expect Teo not to mess around, so to speak, as much in the second period. He's probably going to be a bit more eager to finish this now he's got that cut.
You're right, a real sense of urgency, obviously, at the amateur level. At any level, fighter safety are priority, but at an amateur level, obviously, these fighters not doing it full time, so every care and attention is taken to make sure that no fighters come to harm on a longer term basis. And as we say that, Teo comes straight in, driving with that double leg again, but Naughton looking content to work from the bottom.
Teo definitely looking to get busy, Ben, in this round. Very, very interesting guy to watch, Ben. Very interesting. Switching stances, shooting in takedowns, looking for ground and pound.
As we alluded to at the start, Dave, I mean, just 19 years of age, this man as well, a real bright future ahead of him.
Naughton getting very busy with the punches at the bottom, Ben, but, you know, judges are told not to score the shots equally from the guy punching from the bottom position as the top, so he'd probably be better off trying to scramble back out to his feet or again that full guard for me.
Obviously, because of the amateur rules, not allowing elbows from the grounded position or elbows at all at any point, and some big shots coming through.
Oh, brutal ground and pound from Teo, Ben.
Nice hammer fist. Naughton looked a little glazed for a second.
Mark Woodall's having a close look there.
Another big hammer fist coming in. He's got to be careful of giving the neck. But it's Teo driving forward, and like you say, Dave, a real sense of urgency in this second round.
Yeah, it just showed, and you know, it's all about learning at this level. A little bit of showboating and moving about. It only takes one shot, a bad cut, or one on the chin can end your night.
Naughton scrambles back up to his feet, and now he's looking to push the pace forward. What a nice uppercut. And as you said, Dave, with rushing in for that takedown, Teo telegraphing a little bit, his chin was there. Naughton took it, unable to get a great deal of purchase on that shot, but enough to make his man think.
He does carry his head slightly far forward if there is one criticism of his style.
Oh, nice knee to the body.
Knees. And Ben, all credit to Kit Naughton. He stayed in there through this, showing great guts at this level.
Another knee to the body, and that one hurt him, I think.
Wow, what a fight, Ben, here. Great entertainment. I think, to be fair to Teo, I think he's aware of his head position. He's almost trying to goad his opponent in and counter-punch, maybe.
Oh, there's a nice shot on the left. Clipping left hook, and again leaps forward with it. Naughton swinging wild. He's got to be careful of leaving his chin out there in those wild exchanges. Hands by the side of Teo. Straight in over our position as the Teo fishes for the single leg and gets it. He's going to be careful ahead, but with not so long left in the round, it's a risk he's willing to take. What a big hammer fist.
Another hugely entertaining round here, Ben, in this contest. Great clash of styles. And in Teo Odunjo fighting out a Team Wallhead, you know, it's very early to call prospects, but I really like the look of him, Ben. I think any time somebody's style is very different from the regular guys, I mean, almost sort of perhaps a point-scoring kickboxing background. I mean, you think of the likes of Michael Page with that in-and-out style, the low hands. It's hard to gauge where he's coming from, Teo, but on top of that, Ben, he's got a great single leg that he's employed. On the other hand, you've got Kit Naughton, very, very tough guy, and at the moment I think he's just trying to find out a game plan in this fight, because Teo is a very complex puzzle to work out, you know.
As we said before, these debut guys, they're going to go in there and they really want to put a good show on, but it's very rare, from if you look at Naughton's point of view, that you'd meet somebody in a similar debut encounter with the confidence of someone like Odunjo, and really that can do two things for him. It can either make you fight harder, or it can intimidate you a little bit. You don't want to be the start of the highlight reel of this guy, because clearly he's got a lot of flashy moves, he's got some great movement, but it does look like he's built and he's got the power to deliver those big punches and kicks.
Yeah, it really just shows the progression. I mean, you see it at the highest level of the sport, Ben, as well, the striking game. You know, the likes of Machida, the outside sort of styles of fighting. It's always changing MMA. Oh, what a beautiful double leg takedown. This is what we were saying about Teo, Ben. It's not just the unorthodox standing style. He's got an orthodox wrestling base by the looks of it as well.
Fantastic pickup and straight into the slam, but more importantly for me, Dave, landed in a dominant position and now he's looking to work.
Yeah, his ground and pound was... Oh, Naughton, excuse me, I was just about to say that. Naughton did his best job to get his back to the cage and regain that guard there. But Teo has shown very hard ground and pound in the second round, so Naughton's got to be very careful here, and he looks like he might get mounted, Ben.
And Teo looking to pass that leg through. He's basically got the mount if he can get his leg round. And there it is. Naughton really going to struggle here. The shots are going to come in from Teo. He's really got his man crushed up there against the corner. Some nice straight punches. And some hammer fists mixing him in. Naughton really struggling here, but rolls credit to him. And if he can get out the back.
Teo needs to secure that hook, excuse me, Ben, there. Bit of a loose hook on this left side. He's got it in now.
And once again, we see it. We can hear Jim Woolhead screaming that he's too high, and he sits back on the hips a little bit to try and post those legs through as he steps off. And not willing to just strike and let his man bang it out. Oh, there's a front kick straight to the face.
What a straight kick from Teo Odunjo. The Team Woolhead guy really wowing the crowd here in this amateur contest at Fight UK 9.
Going for the single, but got to be careful of the angle there. Doesn't want to give his back up as he does it. Teo with the single, turns his man round and straight on top again. So again, I don't even want to say it, Dave, but Anderson Silva-esque front kick there right up the middle.
Yeah, fantastic work from Teo. And what I like is he's almost borrowing the styles from other guys. You saw it in the second round. He's content to sit on this half guard and land the ground and pound a la Randy Couture, excuse me, back in the heyday. You know, he's content to sit in that half guard and throw shots, and so's Teo. But I say that, move to the back, secures the hook. Both hooks then now, I believe.
Here, Jim Woolhead screaming in the corner for him to flatten his man out. Needs to get the hooks in and push through with the hips. But as we said before in the opening fight of the night, Dave, punches make such a difference in this position. Odunjo almost once again content to step off.
Look at Kit Naughton, Ben, still coming forward. What a credit to his team he is. Still in there battling.
A real tough guy, but some huge knees to the body. He's got to be careful of these. What he's going to be careful of now is the hands come down to protect the body. It frees up a knee to the head. Anderson Silva, Rich Franklin. Look at these knees coming in, but credit to Naughton staying in the pocket and banging it out.
Wow, what a fight. And I tell you what, Ben, Teo Odunjo looks a great prospect, and he would have stopped a lot of amateurs then. Credit to Kit Naughton for staying through that.
For two guys, Dave, to put on a performance like that, both on the debuts, unbelievable. It just goes to show, as you say, the evolution of the sport. We're looking at these guys now who are coming through making debut performances. Teo Odunjo at just 19 years of age.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds of action, we go to our judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have rendered a unanimous decision, scoring the contest 30-27 in favour of your winner, from the red corner, Teo Odunjo.